Ignore that. Just running some stuff out because I forgot to. I might as well share my screen. Okay, so what's this? When I do this. Okay, we will choose images for reactive. You will have this turn to this. Boom. And now if I come back, boom, no, fly. There? Oh. Why is it still Suse? I don't want it to be Suse because I'm streaming on my channel. Because that just doesn't seem right, you know? Hold on a sec. Oh. Huh. Oh. No, wait, that shouldn't be the case, though. This is odd. 2 more minutes of trying to figuring this out, I guess. Okay, and then when I leave call, it's not there, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, hide this. And, still saving. It's taking an awfully long time. I'm not showing names. God, that's bright. I was not expecting it to be this bright. Okay, let's see. We have, what is it? Oshi. But, oh. We have Oshi rank with Mume, Sora, Azuki, Roboka-san, Susei, Miko. Oh. Alright. Alright, what do I want for, what do I need for Susei's Gachikoi? They're all stages, right? Okay, there. Now, moment of truth. Ba, 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 ba. Anyways, that works. I think what I'll do, I'll play Iris and Endless. Hollow Office. Unless Halloween Castle. I'll multiply for money's greater. Hello. That is a lot. Put it lightly. I think at least his peers. I'm feeling like going for money right now. Hold on, let me also like put in my Discord that I'm live. Like, so look, it's kind of like the main premise of my having of a Discord. You know, to be like, hey, yo, I'm live. You should hop on over. Pretty fun, pretty chill. The stream that's now, you know, come join. Why not? And then they would join because why not? Okay. Just like, yeah, there. Okay. Max HP, always nice to have. Free stuff. No wrong with it. You know, I should be doing my English work. Or better yet. Actually, I don't. Yeah, I have a 93 in English. No, an A. Well, yeah, it is a 90. It's an A. No, but what I mean is, I should. Yeah, I have a project, right? I need to do in English right now. So the thing with that is that I have to do a project on a book I read, private reading, or self reading, or whatever you want to call it, right? I decided to read the light novels of Tensura. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Very good book, very good series. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. But yeah. Essentially, what I need to do with it is I need to do a project. It was very vague, okay? I need to do a project. Uh, informing them, the class. It's like gonna be like a little stand thing, like with tables, uh, that you go to inside of the classroom. Um, yeah, I haven't started on that. Maybe something to do with characters, plot, but it has to be interactive. But like, I don't want to give spoilers because no one likes spoilers. Just earlier, I was complaining about friend spoilers, ReZero spoilers. You know, because ReZero is actually a pretty good series. I didn't know. I thought it was based on a manga. No, it's based on a light novel. So I'm gonna read that later, sometime, eventually. But yeah. Back to the topic at hand. That was the English project. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, that's the main premise. That's what it'll be. I'm thinking of doing like talking about characters. Could also be talking about the plot. I said that. Could also be talking about what else? Plot, characters. Oh, what it relates to if it does, and world. You could really just do all of those, and that would work out because it's got politics. You know, that's like easy to relate to IRL. Um, got a pretty good plot. Again, pretty easy to relate to IRL. Wait, why would I need to relate that to something in real life? No. What's it? Alright, characters. That's what I was doing. I was thinking of doing a characterization, right? So basically, of just my plan is to like have cards and have the class choose whether they seem more antagonistic or protagonist. No, antag, protag. Protagonistic. Is that a word to describe how a protagonist acts? Protagonistic. The principal character in a literary work, such as drama or story, the leading actor or principal character in a television show, movie, book, etc. So it's protagonist. Protagonistic. Protagonistic. Gotta get the stick. Hit him with the stick. Right. Let me. No, I don't want to eliminate any of these. I'm thinking. Oh, what a pleasant surprise! An even pleasanter. What? Yes. Um. But yeah. As I was saying, I was thinking of making a characterization thing for the English project. So basically, there are these. I'm planning on doing cards, right? You choose that they're. I'll use simple terms. This could be taken in a different way, but yeah, simple terms. Um, Whether they're good or bad, right? The characters seem good, you put them in the good pile. They seem bad, put them in the bad pile. And no more than 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure it could take. Which I think that should take like 5 minutes. But I'm thinking of I'd be having to like show a picture and describe. I'm thinking of making a carbon copy of the characters or printing them. Of course, I'd be putting down that that's not my work. Obviously, no shot it would be my work. Nowhere is good. Um, yes, I do want that actually, cause I want Dragonfire. There we go. Da, 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 da. What was I talking about? Okay, backtracking a bit. Let's see. Yeah, sort them out. Good, bad. Yeah. I guess really that's it. I mean, my teacher took 15 minutes to explain. I've only been live for 15 minutes, and I was talking about that the entire time. Plus, my mind keeps on getting distracted from little itty bitty things, thinglings. Yeah. I was thinking of using like heavily excessive adjectives that would confuse the kids that I would know the words of if I saw them. Maybe not like the textbook definition of the words, but like knowing how to use it is what I mean, mostly. Okay, what I need the most, I need double healing, which is a full meal. Not a fully heal, full meal. Okay, sheep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? No, not right now. What else? I think I really just explained the whole project. There's that I could do, right? There's also my in human anatomy and physiology. Basically, what it entails is the cardiovascular system. Now, you may think that not cardiovascular, the respiratory system. Now, you may think that is pretty simple, right? And you could be right, except for the fact that that's not it. It's really not. And I thought it was, but it isn't. Because, like, I have to also know how the blood picks up and transfers the oxygen from and going to and fro the connective tissue, that of which is known as red blood cells, over to the other cells in the body to keep them well oxygenated, well respirated, well ventilated. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Has a lot of things to do with a lot of things. It's like 3 pages of notes worth, and we had like a check-in. I wasn't sure how many notes I needed. I wrote like a page, also half of a page, and when I say page, I don't mean like front and back. I just mean like one-sided. So when I say, so I should correct myself when I say this. When I say 3 pages, yes, 3 pages, front and back 3 pages. I wrote half of a page. That is half. I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. It's not going to plan. Yeah, when I wrote that, I didn't know how much I needed to. So I wrote a half of a page. Turns out other kids, they wrote 3 pages. He's a kid sitting next to me. Which I should have done. And I also should have read it. That would probably have helped. But no. Oh, hello, champ. When did you join? Paper. Okay, yeah, in case you can tell I'm streaming. I'm not talking to my imaginary friend. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not talking to my imaginary friend for the. Well, there's no one in chat, but yeah. Yeah, but yes, I was talking to the stream. Actually, there was. It appeared on the YouTube thing that there was someone viewing my stream, which, hey, I'm not gonna complain. But anyways. Oh, good luck. Let's see. I know I had your stream up for most of the time. Same with Fallens. I didn't do Callum's because, I don't know, too much effort or something like that. I don't know. I don't think I say that something's too much effort that often. Okay, what can I get with Stream of with Tears? Ring of Fitness? No. Broken Dreams? I think Broken Dreams is my best bet now. Okay. Right. I was talking about my human anatomy and physiology notes. That's why I was talking about papers. Oh, wait. I never turned on desktop audio. Oh, well. Yeah. Alright, let me also, Objective. For some reason I did. I changed it. Because... Yeah. Show names. Apply. We'll do it like right up. know a good place.
My stream yesterday, the most engaging part apparently was the time that my stream cut out. Thank you, stream summary.
Wait, okay, I need spider cooking, right. I'll pick that up when I can. I also need a piggy bank. Right now I'm grinding for coins. Because, yeah. Iris is probably the best at doing that. She has a lot of self-regen from her passives. And then her attack pierces a lot in one direction, so you could use the fantastic thing known as Dragon Breath or something like that. Because it's similar to her normal attack, and yeah, it works out. It's not really that bad on her. Yeah. I mean, of course, you could use it on other characters, but like, yeah. Oh. Dang, now I want to listen to Crab. I keep on getting sidetracked. So, we're in anatomy and physiology papers, right? How well do you know the respiratory system?
Like,
in terms of functionality, this includes red blood cells delivering oxygen.
right.
And how that process works.
I don't know that exact process. I only know the anatomy. I don't know the physiology.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure on my test, which is next class, which I have made a blue sheet for. You know what blue sheets are, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cheat sheets. So.
Yeah, you've told me. Even though I've never used the term blue sheet before.
That's what he calls it, okay? He calls them blue sheets. I'm calling them blue sheets because they're blue sheets.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, I'm not going to complain about yeah. Anyways, though, it has a lot of chemistry in it, and when I say a lot of chemistry,
what your blue sheet is, it's basically notes. An open note test is what that is.
Not really, because he only allows like 2 pieces of papers.
Yeah, that's what sheets. An open note test is.
Open note, we take notes, but aren't really allowed to use them on tests. Something else. Ooh, wait. Ooh, smth harvest. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you could relate it. You could relate them to notes. It's like extra notes you take, and then you can use those extra notes.
It's your notes summarized onto 2 pages.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But yeah, the actual notes I took.
Spark notes. Your notes.
Spark notes has nothing.
Well, a Spark Notes is a summarization.
Yeah,
of a literary work.
It's literally what got me by, like, 7th grade.
I've actually never used Spark Notes.
English. It's actually pretty good if you go chapter by chapter for it.
No, I don't get me wrong. I didn't read it either, but people would talk about the book. So, you know, I got all information from it by contacts, you know.
Wait, which one?
And just books. What?
Oh, just generally books?
Just generally books, yeah. Just like...
I thought you said the books. I was like...
The books that I had to read.
Oh, right.
For, like...
Cool. Ugh.
Yeah. And this is mostly what happened in, like... freshman English, because I was in like freshman honors English, and I just did not like the books that we were reading.
Yeah, fair. What books did you read?
Good question. Do I remember what book I had to read? I read Animal Farm. That was.
I did not read that.
That was one of the ones I read. What's the other one I read? If I have
ReZero Volume 1.
The Alchemist?
The Alchemist. That actually sounds kind of interesting.
It's not. It's boring.
What about... Okay, this is not a high school book. I don't think it's a middle school book either. But have you read, what is it called?
Oh, Obby, the last one was like, I think Lord of the Flies. That one. That one's not, I don't like that book.
Lost
Kinda.
Files of... book called...
In the fourth book we read, I have no idea. I don't remember at all. I'm pretty sure it's a nonfiction title. That had a really boring name. Well, Lord of the Flies, Animal Farm, Alchemist.
Oh, mixed up... Yeah, the mixed up files of Miss Basil E. Frankweiler. How many pages did this have?
Actually, you might find The Alchemist an interesting book. It's a catalog of a man's travel.
Oh, would be neat. Yeah. Hold on. I keep forgetting the name of this book. Book on World War II about a kid who can...
Is it weird that I peel an orange with a knife?
Hold on. Unbroken, that's what it's called. Yeah. Unbroken's also a pretty cool book. It's about a guy who's drafted.
A guy who...
he was known for... True story. He was... what's it? He got one of the... I think he was the fastest... he held the fastest mile run. Or mile sprint. Ever. Being now, obviously, but yeah. Louis Zamperini. Louis Zamperini. American runner, yeah. Olympic distance runner. Finishing 8th while setting a new lap record in the process. Yeah.
Oh, it was a lap record.
That was in 1936 Berlin Olympics. And then he was
So he
taken
didn't even win, but he did set a record. Okay.
Yeah. And then he was taken to 4 different prisoner of war camps in Japan. That was. This was after he was serving in the U.S. Air Force.
Oh, you told me about this before.
Yeah, I have. Because it's like one of the few books I had to read in school that I genuinely liked. This was freshman year, I think. No, not freshman. Freshman year was...
I haven't read a book for school in such a long time. I'm just like... I've been reading books that are actually kind of interesting now. Like just recently I read a book about the Iraq War.
Oh. I'm pretty sure we'd be getting to that later in history this year.
I'm very certain that you're gonna learn a very different history of the Iraq War than what I did.
We'll see. Probably.
No, like actually, cause the way that the Iraq War is like taught about like now is more akin to how we teach about the Vietnam War.
I don't think we've learned about the Vietnam War yet either. We
No?
just got done with World War I, the Great Migration specifically.
Well, so that's not a... The Iraq War and Vietnam War are not a world history thing. That's U.S. history.
Yeah, I'm in U.S. history.
Oh. Well, you were talking about, like, you said world history. I was like...
I did?
You're not learning about those in world history.
Wait, why did I say world history?
Really? I don't know. I misheard you. I don't know. Maybe you said world history. Doesn't really matter.
Oh well. Yeah. What else? So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the factory? There's something like that. I forget exactly. But yeah. Spider cooking, love to see it. No, you don't. Spider cooking, love to see it. No, you don't.
No, but like the Vietnam War is taught about more as a mistake of history instead of like a more of a triumph, like World War II. World War II is pretty widely recognized as one of the great triumphs of war, whereas the Iraq War and Vietnam War are looked about not as tenderly.
Yeah.
For good reason.
There are reasons for that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think I've asked you this before. May not have. How exactly did we lose the Afghanistan war?
I'm not quite sure. Like which one?
I guess
There's been like 7 in recent history.
I guess the one after the Soviets moved out, we also moved out, then we went back in, I think, or something like that.
Okay, the recent one, the most recent one that we pulled out of like a year ago.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay. Because I was asking my STEM design teacher. He likes to talk. He's interested in history. It seems he likes to talk about.
That's more current events.
Current events, yeah.
Because the problem with current events, or as opposed to history itself, is that there's more consensus. That doesn't mean there's even consensus in history, but there's more. Like you have people who like it's hard to find the facts in current events, mostly because a lot of the facts are
propaganda mixed in with propaganda.
I was gonna say like it's not even released to the public. Like most of like the details about the Afghanistan war are still classified. Up until recently, most of the details of the Iraq war were classified. They were a lot where was unclassified recently, but there's still a ton that is still classified. So even the Iraq war, which is 20 years ago now,
so some of it is.
We still don't know a lot about it. Even World War II, we still have stuff that is classified.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, war plans against the Japanese. And, well, a lot of other stuff that we don't know the names, that like what they is even classified, because it's classified. We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's if it's.
Well, if it's classified and we don't know if it exists, then how do we know it exists?
Because there are leaks. Or even stuff that hasn't been leaked.
But if for stuff that hasn't been leaked, how do we know?
The stuff that we'll never know if we know. And that's just a thing that we have to live with.
Huh. Very interesting world history. I don't mean the past world history.
One of the things that I do think that we should keep classified is how to make a nuclear bomb.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's something that we shouldn't just let.
Wikipedia, how do you make a nuclear bomb? Oh, that's quite simple. Well, it's not simple, actually. It's pretty complicated, but...
No, well, we don't want anyone who has the financial capability of creating a warhead to be able to make a warhead.
And just exercising my Second Amendment right as a U.S. citizen. it's an arm, all right, right?
That
That coincides with.
I don't think the U.S. government's gonna agree with you on that one.
Oh God, not these things. They're Shiads.
Because if you make a nuclear warhead, I don't think you're going to be a U.S. citizen for very long.
I don't see why not. What's wrong with making a nuclear warhead? I think I'll go Rap Dog. Like a Rap Dog.
Like, because you can get arrested for making a pipe bomb.
We'll make it all.
Your Second Amendment right does not have you make a pipe bomb. You can't do that. You can just have one and not use it.
Is there an amendment
That's
that
still
goes over the Second Amendment in more detail?
I don't think there's been an amendment to the Constitution elaborating on the first or on the second. Maybe in the future, but no.
I need the RGB stamp. I don't. It looks pretty. Pretty. Looks pretty. Look at this. Pretty. Pretty neat. To say.
Yeah.
Phone Bros. How much money do I have? Only 36,000, okay. It's taking a lot longer than I thought. No, it isn't. It feels like it's taking longer than I thought. It isn't actually, though.
Yeah, that's my question about peeling an orange with a knife.
Alright, I mean, you could do it with a hand.
No, but like, to get like that first puncture. Also, you can get more detail on like getting the rind off of it with a knife. It has more. You know.
Do you pronounce things differently at all?
Differently from
Other times you pronounce things. Like, I may pronounce things at times caramel or caramel. Why did I say things? No, I may pronounce the word caramel.
I don't
caramel
really keep track of how I pronounce things.
Really?
In fact, I regularly pronounce things wrong and I don't care.
Huh.
And I just run with it.
Well, is there a wrong way to pronounce things? Besides the very wrong ways to pronounce things. Like with fettuccine, if that's not English.
It's a loan word.
Okay, well, we'll go with fettuccine then. With fettuccine, if I pronounce fettuccine parabola, it just doesn't work.
No, but if you pronounce it fet sign,
that works.
Does it? Fet sign?
Yeah, because it's not a horrible mispronunciation if you take into account the spelling.
Sign.
I mean, like if you added and take away letters.
Okay, but if someone called fettuccine fet sign,
then I'm going to stab them. Yeah, but like.
If someone asks for a fet sign Alfredo, you're gonna be like, what?
What about Albano?
Fet sign Alfredo.
No, yeah.
Fet sign Alfredo, okay? Is that better? Alfredo?
At least it's not fet sign Albania.
Fet sign Albania. Yeah, it has nothing to do with Alfredo. Actually, it might.
I don't know. I don't know this of Alfredo.
Albania, I don't think is where Alfredo sauce is from, but Albania is like close to Italy in a way.
It is actually also close to Greece.
It's actually bordering Greece.
Yeah.
Albania actually used to be part of Italy.
Italy?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
For like a couple years. I think before World War
Ah,
II.
Jabba! Spiders! Ah! Sorry. Not sorry.
I think it was before World War II that Italy annexed Albania.
Hmm. And then after World War II, Albania was.
Given independence again, yeah.
Huh.
Albania was my. I think there was it like was deciding whether or not to become independent or become part of Yugoslavia. But Albania was part of the Russian bloc at the end of the World War II.
Hmm.
The Eastern Bloc, I guess.
Yugoslavia isn't Yugoslavia anymore, is it?
Hasn't been since the 90s.
Yeah.
I guess the 80s actually. I think it dissolved in 89.
Hmm. So then, yeah. What would have happened to it then? Would have just became what it is.
It would have
now?
been involved in a bloody war, civil war.
Oh, that's what happened with Yugoslavia?
Yeah. You've never learned about that war, have you?
No. No, I have not.
It's one of the bloodiest wars in history.
Is there
Recent
another war? Or another name for the war?
It's the Bosnian War.
Bosnian? Oh, because bonsai, or whatever it's
What?
called. I don't know.
Bonsai?
I don't know what it's called. It's that one thing.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yeah, that I think it is. That country.
Bosnia War.
Around Albania.
The Bosnian War was an armed conflict that took place in Bosnia and Herzegovina between 1992 and 1995. The war is commonly seen as a shocking. Following a number of earlier violent incidents, this took place. The belligerents were the Republic of Srpska, which Croatia. It was a war between Bosnia and Croatia.
Aren't there several countries in between Croatia and...
Croatia and Bosnia border each other to this day.
Oh, really?
And it's not a great border. It's
I thought there were... Was it like... southeastern tip of Croatia? Southeastern. Okay, isn't Croatia kinda like... How would I describe it? I don't know what... And even if I did, you wouldn't know it because it's a Japanese character. Character being literary character. The extent of my knowledge on Japanese is like enough to say a few numbers. Good morning, hello, goodbye. Like apples. Well, like apple, I think it would be. Actually, I don't know how plurals work or anything like. I have Japanese 1 next year. I am gonna die. I just realized. Why did I do that? Why did I choose that class? The entire reason of me taking Spanish 3 was so that I didn't have to take another world history. And here I am, taking another world history. Wait, world language. Not world history. Oh, camp left.
Hello, Abby.
Welcome back.
Back. What's the last thing you heard me say?
You said something, and then I started talking about Japanese characters. Oh right, I was talking about But did you hear me at all talk about like how Croatia looks?
Yeah.
Or like attempt to? Yeah. After that, I didn't hear you say anything.
Okay. No. It's just I was bringing up how NATO got involved in the war.
Wait, Nepal?
NATO.
Oh, NATO.
The
Yeah.
North Atlantic Treaty Organization, organized by the United States, and how it was the only group of combatants that killed more civilians than soldiers. And then my internet went out. I was like, uh-oh, is taking me down. No.
Well, that's interesting.
That'd be more avert about taking me out. If it were to. They have more power.
Why do I feel like Russia and Ukraine? No, that's not a proxy war.
It was for like 10 years. Ukraine had been fighting a civil war for a very long time. With Russian-backed paramilitary groups in Ukraine. Now this was not successful in, well, where it had been happening before, but it did successfully happen in Croatia, or no, not Croatia, Crimea.
Where's that?
It's an island south of Ukraine in the Black Sea. Which is the place that US drone was shot down.
Ah.
Because it was a US drone in the Black Sea.
And then
which is
the Russians were like, bad. We were like the Russians, you have bad pilots. Your pilot.
Didn't have the US.
No, I'm talking about the Russians that sprayed the jet fuel on the drone. I know the drone's unmanned.
It's that was dogfighting. It's just a commonplace activity between. But it was like there was an accidental, like nick in it.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what happened. That's what I'm referring to. The nick that the pilot did.
The drone had to make an emergency landing.
That was in the Black Sea.
The dogfighting took place in the Black Sea. It landed not in the Black Sea because you can't land in water unless you're a rocket ship.
You can, but that can't.
Unless you're a rocket ship, in which case you should land in water.
Unless you're SpaceX, and instead of that, you want to have a platform on top of the water for your rocket ship to automatically land on when it comes back to Earth. Well, not the rocket itself, but the thrusters that detach. For sure they're thrusters.
Yeah. Right.
That was actually a pretty cool video when it released a couple of weeks back. I remember watching it in STEM design. STEM design is like the one class I had that actually talks about things that are actively happening.
A weird class to have.
It's just because the teacher likes to talk about things that currently happen. Thinks it's good for us to know. And I'd say he's right. No, it's nice to know what's going on.
I'm not sure if the rocket thing is necessarily important for you to know.
It's not, but it's a neat thing to know.
Yeah, I guess. No, that's one of the more like. Do you need to know that?
You don't need to, but it's nice to know.
I mean, yeah, it's interesting information, but like, I wouldn't say it's as important as like the recent like bank crash. That's a very important information because
wasn't it?
It is a warning sign of a recession.
Wasn't it just like people pulling cash out that didn't exist?
Yeah.
Rather that the bank didn't have.
Uh-huh. That's what happened in 1981. That's what happened.
And also
in 1932, I think. I don't know. Whenever the Great Depression started.
So how did the housing crisis of 2008 or whatever?
2008?
Yeah, how did that
There
happen?
that recession?
Yeah. How did that happen?
I would have to look more into it.
Alright.
Like, I only know a little bit about that one. I know more about the effects of the 2008 crash than the actual causes of it.
And the effects
were... a lot of people were out of work. A lot of people were homeless. Because you couldn't get a bank loan. For most people, getting a house requires you to, have a mortgage. And since a bunch of the banks that were, giving out bank loan, house mortgages had crashed, you couldn't exactly get a mortgage. And that's why the housing crash. That's why the housing market crashed, is because people couldn't get mortgages, and so you couldn't really buy a house. So no one was buying houses. So people were just trying to sell real estate because there was a liquidity crisis and you needed money. And the easiest way to get rid of that is by selling real estate, because the value of property went down drastically. Because there was no supply. Or no, there was no demand, because no normal person, because there was people who have enough money to just outright buy houses.
No common man.
But you're average working class person who's just has a job you're Mr. Works at a tax place. He's an accountant, okay?
Yeah. Well, accountants make a good bid, buddy.
Not really.
Don't they?
Not really.
Wait, why did I just get accountants and stockbrokers mixed up?
Oh my god. Stockbrokers make way more money.
Yeah.
Accountants make actually pretty bad money.
Well, how much
considering
do they make?
I'd have to look this up.
50 would be less than teachers.
Oh no, it's definitely more than teachers by far.
Then I'm gonna guess
teachers make 35 grand a year.
Just make 60.
Depending on where the teacher works.
True.
This is very dependent on where the teacher works.
How much?
Accountant starting salary. Accountant starting salary is an entry-level accountant is anywhere from 30 to 70K. 70K being very hard. I'd say probably about like 40 to 50K.
Hmm. And then here it's 44 to 88K for teachers.
Well, you're looking near you, right?
Yeah, in my area.
I would be looking at
An average of
national
the country.
average
National average.
or national median, I would say.
Median? Yeah, median would probably be better in this case.
National median. That's not how you spell median.
It was right the first time. Median.
Starting salary. Look at starting salary because that's a more useful metric. Because when you look at salaries and you don't specify starting salary,
low to mid 30,000s.
Okay, so it is about 35K.
Yeah,
okay, so
not that good.
I did remember correctly. I was like, yeah, 35K sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here's 60.
Not great. So accountants make like 40 to 50. So they make a decent chunk more. 15,000.
Yeah.
Well, 10 to 15, so like 7.5 maybe.
Alright, Yagers. Will I live or will I die?
But that is crazy though, that the... Actually, now that I think about it, accountants make about the national average, national median salary, I should say. Because the national median salary is, I think, 48K?
Huh.
It's like 45, 48, I don't remember exactly. I think it's gone up to 48. Because recently, wages have been going up a little bit because more people are out of work because of increased what is it? Interest rates. So that means more people, less people are in work, and so more people. So you earn more because. If less people are working, the people who are working are paid more.
Yeah.
Which, it's great that people are being paid more, but not the biggest fan of people being unemployed.
Which one would you rather have? Less people employed and
well, ideally it'd be both, but
well, we can't have everything.
We
can have both. We won't.
We can have both.
It's not. It's just not going to happen.
It's just not going to happen.
No.
It's I don't know. I'd rather have everyone working than have a few people.
I'd rather have the NEETs work along with everyone else.
How many NEETs do you think there are?
Honestly, probably a good amount.
I'll just tell you one thing. Most people who are unemployed are not by choice.
Well, present day, yeah. Let's say probably since the pandemic.
I mean, even before the pandemic, there was unemployed people.
Yeah.
Who couldn't get a job. It's just.
I mean, unemployment happens all the time, but I mean, like.
Right.
By choice.
I mean, our job market is smaller than the population of the adult population of the U.S. That's just in effect. But the one thing I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say though.
You were going to say something.
I was.
You was.
I was.
You was.
No, I'm talking about homelessness.
Oh yeah.
What if I told you I've been homeless before?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yes. But what do you think that means? I want to know. I want to know what you think about that.
So from how you described it, you're like, you just didn't have a house for a few days. So you,
not well, no, it was like a couple months.
So I assume,
But like, so most people who are homeless are not on the streets. That is like people who have been homeless for like years upon years.
I assume
Cannot
most
get
of
a
them
job.
stay in like hotels or something.
Not quite. Most people stay in the houses of like friends and family.
Oh yeah.
So like you go between like your friends' houses. You're like, can I stay here for a night? And like, and that's until you can, you know, you're still working.
Just
trying to find work,
stay.
or it's just a place to stay until you have enough money to, have 3 months worth of rent. Because that's, depending on where you live, it's like 3 to 5 months of rent that you have to pay up front to get an apartment, which is a lot of money for most people. It's not too easy to get that much money up front, depending on where you, because like, the place that we were staying at before had like a rent of like 1200. 1200. That's a pretty standard price for a 4-bedroom. So that's what we were staying at before. It was a 4-bedroom. Like in like the suburbs.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have enough, we didn't have like $4,000 on hand to just, well, no, yeah, actually I think it was like 4.6 grand is what we needed.
Oh, yeah.
But 4.8 grand.
I should probably have double checked you on this, but you're cool with talking about this live?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay.
I'm perfectly okay saying this live.
Okay.
I'm aware that you're live.
Alright.
In fact, you know, I'd love to have people more literate overall, even though I don't think anyone's listening.
yeah, probably not anyone here.
But you know, if I could raise the financial literacy of people, that'd be really cool.
Okay, speaking of literacy, right? Wait, actually, were you?
Oh no, yeah, but no, we just didn't have enough money to pay rent outright. So, and my dad wasn't working at the time because he got fired.
Yeah, so then you had to.
He got a new job, and we got enough money to
pay back the people you were staying with.
No, we found a new place because the place that we were at before had terrible living conditions anyway. No. The windows they had cracks in them.
Oh.
And we, under our lease, were unable to fix them ourselves, or else we would get evicted. So we had to call them to fix it for us, and they just never came. Not fun.
I wouldn't imagine.
Because we had to pay extra on electricity because we had an electric heater, and it was like in the middle of winter, and it gets like negative. It's like -10. Yeah, where I live. Sometimes, not great.
Huh. I wouldn't imagine. So.
Not quite. Very unfortunate. But it is what it is, as a wise man once said.
Alright.
I have no idea.
I don't know either. But it was a meme though. As a wise few peoples once said.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm done. gonna end stream.